And good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, and those of you who are locked on, those of you who have been anticipating our program Hardfacts and really and truly would like to make a contribution here today, we ask you all to call the number 372-2129. Let me just take this opportunity to welcome you all, those of you who are having your lunch break, and maybe we are encroaching a bit on your time slot. We ask you your indulgence, and we ask you all, inshallah, that whatever is said in our program here, really and truly, it is to bring about the awareness of what is taking place in our country and in our surrounding environment, whether it be regionally, whether it be internationally, whether it be just in our own backyard in Venezuela and those places. So again, my friends, this program, Hardfacts, is your program. And we ask you to identify with it. We ask you all to share information. Many of you have been sharing information, and then you call us and tell us, Imam, we send in videos, we send in information, and you all didn't air that information. But really and truly, before we air anything on our program, it has to go through the censorship board, and that is a couple of members will run it through, and they would identify really and truly if it is newsworthy. Because sometimes you give okay news, but really and truly it is not really to develop or to build or to support any programs, whether it be done by the government, or hence the reason we realize that that is only going to cause problem. And we in our program here, as you have been watching our program, we have been telling you the truth, the hard facts, and we have been giving you information that could be beneficial to you all. So today in our program, my friends, we're going to talk about We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about murder. We're going to talk about home invasion. We're going to talk about the proclamation that has been made by certain elements of our society, namely the public service. We're going to talk about WASA. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about that boat, you know, that boat that capsized in the ocean there, that were transporting migrants from Venezuela to Trinidad. All those things are very important information that we are going to share in our program here today. So I want to welcome you all. Those of you who are watching, we want to say a special hats off to the regional, the international, and the local people. We ask you all to share our videos and subscribe to our channel, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, and let us know what is taking place in your neck of the woods. Director, let's pull up the...
Saturday, good afternoon. A very, very calm, weekend, good afternoon. To all our viewers on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting, you are viewing the program Hardfacts. We are with you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from approximately 12:15 p.m. It is a 1-hour power program. And you can view us on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Facebook also. Now, my friends, Trinidad and Tobago, our beautiful country, is yet still beautiful, Imam.
Yeah.
Change is inevitable, meaning change cannot be avoided. When we change and we grow and we develop as a better people, as a better nation, for a better future and for the generations to come. That must be the sole objective of every human being living on planet Earth in Trinidad and Tobago and other countries as well. You are here, we are here. Our aim and objective is to make ourselves happy, legitimately that is, and to plan and prepare our country for the coming generations, so that when we vacate this place, and they may not know us, and they thought that my ancestor did this for me, they did that for me, they bought this piece of land, me and my children and grandchildren we will inherit this in time to come. That being said and done, friends, we are in the year 2025, and a general election is due definitely this year, and I have no doubt in my mind that the election will be held this year. Now, the campaign trail is heating up a little bit, so to speak. The People's National Movement, the governing party presently, they have screened 40 out of the 41 candidates, Imam. Mm-hmm. And those 40 candidates that were screened and selected, they have hit the road in their constituencies, and they are working feverishly, upwardly climbing up that hill to political victory. On the other hand, the main opposition, so to speak, which is the United National Congress, they are continuing with their screening. And even though they are continuing with their screening, those candidates who are screened already, the verdict is not there, whether they are selected or whether they are not selected, and if they should go about, campaigning vigorously and aggressively as the People's National Movement is campaigning. That tells a big story, Imam.
Yes.
But we're going to get into that. Now, it is time enough that the United National Congress tell its supporters and tell those that are undecided in voting, and tell the country at large what are their plans for governance if they are elected into office. It is time they do that. Do not wait on last minute. How do you all propose to kickstart and propel this economy of Trinidad and Tobago? Because right now all we hear in Imam is Movelang and Mamagism, and casting aspersions on this one without any concrete evidence. To all politicians, when you mount that political platform and you are making allegations of corruption against the government or against the other side, make sure you have solid facts and take it to the police. Other than that, you're just mamagaing people. All right? Let me continue. It is time the United National Congress tell this country what are their plans for the safety and security of the citizens of this country. Remember, we are in a SOE. It is time both parties inform the citizens of this country who are going to dip this finger, the trigger finger, the index finger, about the billions that have disappeared unaccounted for. It is time they announce whether charges against politicians of corruption and maybe bribery and whatever they have against them, that others in the political platform are spewing against them, if these matters will be taken to court. It is time both parties, the People's National Movement and the UNC, tell this country what are their plans for an improved education system. What are they going to do about bullying in schools? What are they going to do about safety of the students in? It is time politicians inform this country what are their plans for an improved and aggressive healthcare system. A judicial system that has been stalled for many, many years. Governments go and governments come into office and nobody tackles the judicial system. Imagine, Imam, a little ganja, and narcotics case for 5 and 6 years. No verdict at all. The defendant is incarcerated and waiting on a verdict. Just imagine, last year we had 3 crime symposiums, inviting our Caribbean brothers, heads of government and whatnot here. And after 3 crime symposiums, how to deal with crime in the Caribbean, mostly in Trinidad and Tobago, we have ended up with a SOE. We have a caller. Caller, welcome to the program, Hardfacts.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the program, you're live.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you, so go right ahead.
Well, here, it's a blessed to be on this program today, boys.
Okay, thank you.
I want to compliment the studio to give me the opportunity today and pray and our bye-bye here, Mr. Mohammed.
Imam,
yes.
Go ahead.
Imam, here what happened right now. I got that feedback here, boys. Hold on, I got that feedback. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Right. Because what happened is, in this country here, what happened right now, there are a lot of countries I do something that to fix this problem. Right? Every step in the country, war is very bad.
Director,
So you got back out.
Director, we're not getting through that call. Let's cut that call. Let him call you back or something.
All right,
call us back.
Thank you very much, but you were not coming clearly. We couldn't really understand what was being said. So thanks again for the call anyway. So let me continue. It is time that the politicians of this country inform the citizens of this country where are they prepared to take this country into in the next 5 years. So with this being said, my friends, today's program is really a power pack program. We are going to deal with different aspects of our country. So many things that has to be said, that needs to be said. I don't think we can cover all that in an hour. So I will hand over to Imam.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prem. Those of you who are locked on, the persons who are calling the studio, we will request that you all, try to the speaker on. Yes. Because basically what it normally picks up echoes, it give us a bad feedback in studio here. So again, those of you who are calling us, talk to us on the phone itself, and maybe you will understand clearly afterwards if you would like to hear what you said, or you would like to, run through back the interview that you have given on our program. Maybe you can look at it on YouTube, and maybe you can look at it on Facebook again, right? So those of you who are locked on, thank you very much for trying to call us. We do hope and pray that the next caller will get through. But Prem have identified lots and lots of items that really needs to be discussed. And again, Trinidad and Tobago, our major problem in this country, and a lot of question was asked during the course of this week, right? What the political parties are going to do, how they're going to do it, and all those things. I personally, I don't really want to hear. That's my answer.
Because I tell you something, Imam, you cannot come on a platform and tell the people of this country that you are going to create 30,000 jobs or 50,000 jobs, but you are not saying how are you going to do it. How is it possible? You understand? How is it possible? You need to say that, because we are not stupid and gullible you know, and naive to buy cat and bag in 2025.
Exactly. Exactly. So what we are saying here.
Okay, we have another caller there. Our caller, welcome to the program Hard Facts. You are live?
Thank you.
Yes, go right ahead.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. What questions you need?
Okay, caller, just listen carefully. What we are doing here, we are discussing the crime situation in our country, and basically, we would like to ask you, what do you think about the criminal elements in Central Trinidad at this point in time, knowing for a fact that your number is showing a central number? Tell us what you think could be done by the government of the day, and even so much so, the opposition when it comes to crime in the area of Felicity, Charleville, Central Trinidad, South Trinidad, North Trinidad. Tell us what we can do, or what the government can do, what the opposition can do, because you have been lamenting about the situation to us, and we said, okay, well, here what? You tell John Public today what it is you think the government or the opposition could do or should do. Tell us. Take the platform.
Okay. There are many small things could be done. Number one, the number plate of vehicles.
Yeah.
It is too advanced now that we cannot get through with that. The government should see that every day or so you hear of false number plate. That's one. Central, as you all know. Then again, when I believe they should have special court work on extra time, as requested by many other people, for fast, how you see, processing of when you arrest someone
Litigation.
on home invasion, etc. Also, they should have meetings with the heads, the people, the magistracy, in that view. Next, I believe that a plan that many people should try to get the how you call it again? The camera, you all are knowledgeable to advise people to buy good cameras so they will assist the police or anybody investigating around an area with crime.
Camera, very good.
Yeah.
I believe that well, this one is a priority before what I told you all that the case should be done. Don't let it drag for 20 years, 25 years. It makes no sense. The police have done their job, plus other authorities. You bring them to be tried in court. All rise 10th of August. That don't work. I'm sorry to say that. And yeah, this is all I could say at the moment.
All right.
I hope.
So thank you very much, caller. Very, very valid, points made there by our caller. We thank you very much, sir. And I guess the caller is from Central Trinidad, ma'am.
Okay, so again, Trinidad and Tobago, those of you who are locked on, that is a gentleman who have been submitting and giving us information for our program, Hardfacts. And basically, he have identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good general suggestion that could be taken. And that number one is the number plate. Anybody can make a number plate, and they can switch a number plate, and they can do whatever. All those number plates has to be registered. And if a person, it must have, just like America, you would realize that in Florida have a plate, New York have a plate, and different Seattle, and all these other places have plates, and it's identifiable with a monogram or maybe some sort of information that even so much so that the police could pick it up while they are driving and know exactly that is a fake. So much so that the police could pick it up while they are driving and know exactly that is a fake number plate, or if that person who driving would have any criminal convictions and so forth. And then you know what he mentioned again, a special court. Very, very important. Because
good point, yes.
you and I, Trinidad and Tobago, know for a fact, right, that in many, many cases, a person would be tried in court and that case would go for maybe 10, 15 years. And basically what happens is either the judge throw away the case because lack of attendance and so many things, evidence have been, all these things. And so the gentleman really and truly, he brought us to par when it comes to suggesting pertaining to crime in our country. So I want to say hats off to you and thank. That is the type of contribution that we would really and truly appreciate from any caller who would like to call us 372-2129 and basically let us know what is going on in our country and how we can rectify the anomalies in the true senses of the word. All right, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we give you all the opportunity again, my friends, to call 372-2129. Thank you.
So welcome back, friends, to our program Hardfacts on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. We are in this beautiful weekend, you know, and my friends, a lot has transpired during this week gone. In the coming week, more would be transpiring. On the 20th, we have another caller. Caller, good afternoon and welcome to the program Hardfacts. You are live. Go right ahead.
Okay, nice, man. I'm blessed to know that you know, alive, and I'm glad to hear the voice, man.
Very well, caller.
Hey, right, well, here we're going. I want to make a contribution. I want to thank Mr. Mohammed and Mr. Prem for giving me the opportunity to speak to the public, so they know exactly what's taking place in this country today.
Go ahead.
All right? Now, here what happened. Today we have bad roads, right? And you know, 3 days back I lost a tire on the road because it was made like a traffic plane on the road. And Rohanson and it's very, very, I had to say, I don't know what it is these people are really doing in this country. They're collecting their money and they're going home and they're relaxing themselves and people seeing trouble outside and spending money and putting it in their pockets. Taxpayer paying a lot of money in this country. Right? The idea was it, what is really going on? Or they real